This little cap on the bottle. You see the little bottle here? This has a purpose, right? This little plastic on the table has a purpose. The keys in my pocket have a purpose. Assalamu alaikum, guys. How you doing? Bismillah, alhamdulillah. How's it going? Continuing our tour in Bosnia, meeting some wonderful people. And we got a scholar in the area here, so we are having a nice conversation. And I can't leave you guys out of the conversation. So I'm going to ask some questions at the same time. Go ahead and let me practice my Bosnian. So excuse me, and we'll have a translator. So I was asking the Sheikh, how does he get people to reflect, right? Before we get into religion and whatnot, about their purpose in life. Everything around us has a purpose. This little cap on the bottle. You see the little bottle here? This has a purpose, right? This little plastic on the table has a purpose. The keys in my pocket have a purpose. How does he get people to reflect here in this area about, to think, to ponder about this very important question?
Moramo napomenuti prvu stvar, a to je da mi ovdje, znači ljudi koji se bavi davetom, misionarstvom, stavili smo glavni akcent na to da, odnosno ljude koje pozivamo vjeri su ljudi koji za sebe tvrde da su muslimani. Kažu mi smo muslimani, volimo poslanika ali se ratu selam, ali komunizam koji je imao glavni cilj da ljudima izbaci vjeru iz islama, neznanje su utjecali da se ljudi toliko dalje od vjere da jednostavno ništa od vjere ne znaju. Pa mi, znači, glavni akcent naše davi, našeg misionarstva jesu ti ljudi.
First point that Sheikh wanted to convey is that here in Bosnia we have a specific situation, not like with you in US. Here we have most of the people that confer that they are Muslims and that they're practicing Islam, but actually in their real life they don't pray, they don't practice the foundations of Islam. So the first thing here is to try to understand that Sheikh and Dais here in Bosnia have different setup of people. So they're inviting people, doing dawah to people who already say they're Muslims, but they don't practice their religion, sadly.
Beautiful. Tell us the experience now that he's had. Has he had any live stories of people? Because we know Islam is for everybody. Doesn't matter. It's not just restricted to the Bosnian Muslims. It's for everyone. So are there examples of Croatians accepting Islam? Serbians accepting Islam? Are there some live stories? Does he have some practical things he can share with us?
Mi smo kazali da smo se fokusirali prvenstveno kada je u pitanju misionarstvo i dava na muslimane. I koncept naše dave i misionarstva je takav. U komšiluku našem, kada je u pitanju Hrvatska, kada je u pitanju Srbija, Crna Gora, ljudi razumiju jezik, pošto je jezik isti, ljudi slušaju ono što mi govorimo, iako nije prilagođeno njihovim standardima, hajde kažemo, razumijevanje islama, ima ljudi koji prihvataju islam i vraćaju se islamu u, hajde kažemo, kontaktima putem e-maila, u telefonskim razgovorima, u ličnim sjelima. Znači, dolazi do toga da saznajemo da svakim danom sve više i više ljudi se interesuje za islam i sve više ljudi prati rad misionara koji djeluju u Bosni i Hercegovini. Imamo više slučajeva gdje nam je jasno potvrđeno gdje su ljudi dolazili, družili se s nama koji su konvertirali u islam.
Sheikh connects now to what he said previously, that most of the Muslims here don't practice Islam and the dawah is focused on them. But however, even the focus of dawah and the concept is made for already Muslims in our neighborhood, close neighborhood. Here we have Serbians and Croatians who are Christians, different denominations of Christianity, but they're both Christians. And we had many cases of them through following YouTube and Facebook and the social media, they converted to Islam. But in most of these cases, there were many cases, most of them, they would convert on their own, while they're home watching our dais, watching their dawah to Muslims who are not practicing Islam. Non-Muslims would enter Islam. So this is interesting, and this is just showing us how powerful is this message of Islam and the truth.
Isn't that amazing? So they're basically self-educating. They're at home, listening to people like him. They're inquisitive. They want to know. And then they're...
Exactly, Sheikh said earlier that when they would come and say, okay, I converted to Islam, Sheikh Elvedin here, he would be surprised how much these people knew about Islam. Much more than most of the Muslims here in Bosnia, because they've been addicted to Islam for already some period, for maybe 1-2 years, and they learned so much So they're already strong Muslims at the point where they convert to Islam.
Isn't that amazing? We have so many examples like that of people watching the program, calling the number 1-800-662-ISLAM. Keep learning. Let me ask you a couple more questions before we cut out. We know that you guys by now who've been watching it, some tuning in for the first time, Islam is based on 5 pillars. 5, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is that you testify that there's nothing worthy of worship except the creator of the heavens and the earth. And Muhammad is the last and final messenger in a line of messengers preceding him, Jesus, Moses, Abraham, etc. List goes on. They all came with the same message. Now you got to prove that you believe by the actions. One of those is prayer 5 times a day. So the Boshnak, right? This is the specialty here. You know, the Muslims who are born Muslims and now they're not praying. What does he do to help motivate people to fall to sajda?
Ja sam rekao već, znači moj osnovni cilj, ja kada ljude pozivam u islam, pokušajem da ih navedem na razmišljanje. Meni najbitnije da ga iščupam, da ga istrgnem iz ove kolotečine koju on živi. Jednostavno, ja to imam kazati običaj na predavanju, zombi. Ljudi su postavili jednostavno ko da su hipnotisani. Meni je bitno samo da ga otrgnem i da ga pozovem na razmišljanje. Jednostavno, na bilo koji metod. Nekad ću ga zastrašiti džehennemu, nekad ću ga pozvati da govori o ljepotama dženeta, nekad ću mu govoriti koliko je lijepo osjetiti slast ibadeta. Nekad ću ga poticati na to zašto smo mi stvoreni ovdje. Razne metode koristimo samo da bi ljude izvukli iz kolotečine koja se dešava i da bi počeo razmišljati. Meni je uspjeh kad mi čovjek kaže ja sam počeo razmišljati. To je za mene uspjeh.
Sheikh gives us example that the problem here with most of the people is that they act in their everyday life, they're like zombies or they're like hypnotized because everyday life is so fast and they basically don't think much or that don't think at all about their everyday life. So his first step is to try to make them ponder about their life. So he gave few examples. Maybe he would talk about Jahannam, about the hellfire, and then try to scare them in that way to think about their life. Or then he would talk about Jannah, about the heaven, about beauties of heaven, or talk about beauty of being a worshipper of one God, of how good is this experience, or just talk about creation, to make people wonder how are they created, why are they here. So any way of talking, doing dawah to people just to make them think. So he says when somebody tells him I started thinking, that for him this is success.
What message does he have for those Bosnians? They left Bosnia, they're living in America. Maybe he wants to give a salam and a message to them. And how can they, if they want to learn more from him, maybe he has some lectures, how can they find his materials?
Pa moja poruka, definitivno, pošto sam ja iskušan tim problemom da mogu dugo pričati, ja bi mogao dugo pričati. Svakako smatram da je jedna dobra stvar da se ljudi vezuju, ako već razumiju bosanski jezik, da se vezuju za ljude koji govore našim jezikom. Od njih je svakako na čelu Šejh Safet Kudzović, ja se zovem moja malenkost Elvedin Pezić, imam Facebook profil, na YouTubeu imam more tamo nekih video isječaka na kojima se može insan educirati, može naučiti nešto korisno. Vjerujem tamo u Americi da je napunan život, nekad ćete se moći malo i nasmijati, pošto ja ciljano, jedan od metoda pozivanja ljudi jeste da ih malo nekada i razveselimo, nasmijemo. Moja jedna velika poruka jeste da insan ne smije nikad zaboraviti da ovaj dunjaluk prolazan, mi smo ovdje stvoreni da Allah dželešanu obožavamo i insan treba sve to počiniti tomi. Bez obzira gdje je otišao u Ameriku, Australiju, u Bosnu, ne smijemo to zaboraviti, mi smo stvoreni da Allah dželešanu obožavamo, sav dunjaluk treba počiniti tomi. Insan ne treba zaboraviti na svoje korijene, ne treba zaboraviti na svoj identitet, treba održavati rodbinske veze, treba da zna odakle je, ko je i šta je. Svakako, znači to što ljudi su otišli radi, to nije inšala ništa loše, ali ipak znači insan ne smije zaboraviti na svoj identitet, ko je, šta je, odakle je, pogotovo što naš identitet duboko se vezuje za islam, tako da identitet Bošnjaka je identitet islamski, mi imamo korijene, mi smo autohtoni narod, evropski, a opet islamski. Tako da, znači, poruka je, ne smijemo zaboraviti ko smo i šta smo, ne smijemo zaboraviti da smo stvoreni da Allahu dželešanu robujemo, a oni koji znaju bosanski jezik, rekao sam, mogu da nastavi pratiti naš rad putem Facebooka, mogu nastaviti putem YouTube kanala, znači dosta je tog materijala kojeg mogu gledati.
One of his skills or one of his characteristics that he can speak a lot, alhamdulillah. So he proved it in Bosnian now. Basically, he also humbly proposed that there's our other Sheikh Safet Kuduzovic, which he would also propose besides him for our Muslim brothers and sisters in US or all over the world. So basically, Sheikh Safet Kuduzovic and Sheikh Elvedin Pezic, they're on all social medias, and you can find many of their video clips or serials about different topics on Islam. So definitely it's one option to educate yourself more on Islam in your own language if you're Bosnian. So that's the first thing. Second thing that Sheikh said about advice, you asked him to give advice to our brothers and sisters that live in US or all over the world. The first advice from him is to never forget why do you live on this earth. No matter where do you go, if you went to US for work, for family, or any other reason, the main goal of your life is to worship one God. So never forget this wherever you are. And the second thing that Sheikh said, I forgot a little bit. Šta je bilo drugo? Prvo da ne zaboravi sve što su tu. Second thing, very important, not to forget is your identity. So even if you left your country, you should always maintain, as you're doing now, you're learning again. Even if you're born in US, you're learning your language here in Bosnia, you're learning the history of your country. And our country, alhamdulillah, has very rich history of Islam. And we are one of the only, or we are the only people are left here in Europe as original nation of Muslims. So there's a lot of things that connect our Bosnians to Islam and to our rich heritage. So this is another advice. Never forget where you're from.
That's it, guys. This is raw, this is fresh, this is unrehearsed, unscripted, letting you guys in. I just had one more thing came to my mind. Real important. This won't take long. If someone's Serbian, because someone thinks like they've mixed up, the ethnicity, right, with the religion. So does someone, if they accept there's only one God, worship him alone, not his creation, Muhammad is the messenger, automatically that includes Jesus, Moses, Abraham, and all the preceding messengers. You got it? Good. You've been self-educated, you know that. But now, do they stop being Serb? Do they stop being Croatian? Do they have to be Bosnian now? Or just Muslim? How does that work?
Islam nema ništa sa tim. Znači čovjek može ostati Australijanac, može biti Amerikanac i može biti musliman. Allah dželešanu kaže inna akramakum inda Allahi etqakum. Allah poslanik alejhi salatu vesselam kaže, odnosno prijevod kuranski ajet, doista su kod Allaha najbogobojazniji koji ga se najviše boje. Allah poslanik alejhi salatu vesselam kaže u vjerodostojnom hadisu, onaj koga njegova djela ne spasi, neće ga njegovo porijeklo spasiti. Pa najbliži rođaci Božih poslanika koji se nisu odazvali poslaniku alejhi salatu vesselam, Božji poslanik je za njih rekao da će u vječni džehennem. Tako da čovjek ako sluša bosanski jezik i kroz bosanski jezik uči vjeru, on nema nikakve veze sa tim da on sutra mora biti Bosanac. On može ostati Hrvat i čak šta nije može ostati, treba da ostane, ne može se promijeniti preko noći. U islamu žena kad se uda ne može preko noći uzeti drugo prezime. Ta žena ostaje uvijek tog prezimena, tako da čovjek koji je rođen u Hrvatskoj i porijeklom je Hrvat, ili čovjek rođen u Srbiji i porijeklom je Srbin, ili čovjek rođen u Crnoj Gori, njega Islam ne obavezuje da mijenja identitet. On ostaje to što jeste, ali on samo preko noći postao insan svjestan zašto živi na dunjaluku. Tako da te dvije stvari u islamu nemaju nikakve veze. Čovjek ako primi islam, čak nije obaveza da čovjek obznani svoj islam. Čovjek može biti musliman i da niko ne zna da je musliman i on je kod Allaha subhanahu wa ta'ala upisan kao musliman. Tako da nama kao muslimanima nije potrebna brojnost, nije nam potrebno da se neko pripisuje nama, jednostavno la ikrahe fid din, u vjeru se ljudi ne ugone, ljudi ulaze u vjeru iz ubjeđenja zato što smo mi potrebni Allaha i potrebni smo vjeri.
So first thing that Sheikh said that no matter where you're from United States, Australia, Serbia, Croatia, Islam has nothing to do with your nationality, and there's no nationality in Islam. So Islam is clear from this, and he also gave us one ayah from Quran and one hadith from our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to prove this. The ayah from Quran says that the best in front of God are the ones that are most conscious of God. So this is one. And the second is hadith from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which I'm going to paraphrase, that only your deeds will be accounted for on the judgment day. So these two parameters show us that nationality has nothing to do with this. The only thing that is important that you clear your heart, that you connect directly to God, You can stay Croatian, you can stay Serbian, any other nationality. You don't have to change your nationality. And also Sheikh says that you can even, if it's hard for you to portray your Islam publicly, you can convey your Islam privately. And you can be a Muslim without other people knowing, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all knowing and all seeing. So He knows about your Islam. So important message that Sheikh wanted to portray is that there is no nationality in Islam, and Islam is one religion for all people.
Alhamdulillah, we learned a lot here. And again, this was raw, bringing it to you guys from our tour in Bosnia. Continue to tune in. We're going to bring you some wonderful stories, meeting some wonderful people. Thank you. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you.